You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey B&B fans, it's Belinda from Soap Dirt here, and I just really want to talk about Brooke Logan's over-the-top verbal assault on Zende Forrester, why it was just so preposterous, and why it could get even worse on this poor guy. Is another hypocrite from Bold and Beautiful about to verbally bash Zende and try to run him out of town also. So here's 5 huge reasons that Brooke was just so wrong to come at Zende like she did. Let's dig into it, but first, please click subscribe if you have not. So just real quick, I want to say that although RJ tried to shut Brooke down when she wanted to tell Ridge about Zende and Luna and the drugged up mint incident, I think it's going to come back up. I love... and using the word love, ironically, that RJ said to his mom, don't mention it to Ridge, to Dad. It's Luna's private business. Really? Luna has private business? I mean, a couple of months ago, RJ told anybody who would listen that he popped her cherry. He literally told his siblings, Thomas and Hope, who were still bed buddies back then, that he took Luna's V card. He told her that. He told them that. RJ thinks it's okay to spread that around, but not that she got roofied by her mom and boinked by his cousin. All of that is her private business. None of it should have been told to anybody at the company. Anyway, the apple clearly doesn't fall from the Maroney Logan tree because Brooke came at Zende in a way that was totally inappropriate and hypocritical, and I suspect Ridge will too. I mean, there's no way Ridge isn't going to find out. Am I right? Brooke, I think, is going to absolutely betray RJ's trust and tell his dad, just like she betrayed his trust and ran to confront Zende. All right, so this week we saw Brooke just lambasting Zende. She made that poor young man cry. She went on about how he stabbed RJ in the back, you know, her golden boy. She said he betrayed the family, had no right sleeping with Luna, and then she asked what his mother would think before saying he should be exiled from Forrester, LA and head to the international division or wherever. So here's the thing. Actually, here's 5 things about what Brooke said and why she had absolutely no right to open her mouth and say these things. The first thing is, you know, Brooke did RJ's grandmother Stephanie dirty repeatedly by fooling around with Eric when he was with Stephanie, kissing him, canoodling, boinking him, trying to split up their marriage. So that shouldn't have been done. That was betraying people. That was inappropriate. You know, that was an absolute betrayal, but she did it and did it again and again and again. All right, number 2, Brooke cheated on RJ's grandfather, Eric, with his son, Ridge, more than once, if I recall correctly. So yeah, again, talk about betraying family when you're married to one person in the family and sleeping with his son. Huge betrayal, monumental, so much worse than Zende sleeping with his cousin's girlfriend is Brooke being married to Eric and sleeping with his son. I'm sorry. Those two are extremes. Brooke's case, so much worse. Number 3, Brooke got pregnant and wasn't sure if it was Eric or Ridge's kid because she had been skanking around with both of them. And so there was the whole question, was Bridget Eric's daughter or Ridge's daughter? And then side note, really creepy, years later, Ridge, you know, the woman that he once thought might be his kid, Bridget, he actually made out with her years later. Just side note, but ew, right? And number 4, and we cannot forget this one because this one's probably one of the biggest ones. Brooke slept with her daughter Bridget's husband, Deacon, and got knocked up by him. And it wasn't a one-night stand. It was an ongoing fling. That is Hope Logan's origin story. That's the sweet story about how she was made, was her mother was cheating, sleeping with her son-in-law. And if Luna is indeed pregnant by Zende, I mean, I think it would be be karma in a way for Brooke getting preggo by her son-in-law. All right, the fifth thing, Brooke cheated with Bill Spencer repeatedly while he was married to Katie Logan. Remember when Bill built a secret sex room for them off of his CEO office at Spencer Publications? That's probably been, maybe a decade ago. I can't even remember, but I remember when it happened. They did everything in that room except actual penetration. And they were rationalizing it that they weren't cheating because they weren't doing just that one thing. They were doing everything else, but not just that one thing. So it was not only a betrayal of her sister, but then this twisted rationalization of it. And let me be clear, it's not that I don't enjoy Brooke Logan as a vixen, as a character. That's fine. That's fine. Let's be clear. It's a soap opera. It's fun when girls do bad things like that. But Brooke does not have the moral high ground when it comes to relationships or sex or pregnancy or monogamy. She doesn't. She had no right to talk to Zende at all since RJ asked her not to, but she definitely didn't have the right to verbally flog Zende until he was in tears. I wish Zende had just shoved it all right back in her face. Everybody knows what's gone on in Brooke's bedroom, the whole family, so you know Zende knows. He should have asked her how it felt when she betrayed Bridget by sleeping with Deacon and getting pregnant, or how she felt to betray Katie by sleeping with her husband, Bill. I mean, Brooke Logan kind of literally wrote the book on betrayal and cheating and lying about it. So in the past few years, they have cleaned her up and she's not slutting around anymore. But that does not erase her history. And it certainly doesn't give Brooke any room to talk to Zende like she did. And if not cheating was a criteria for working there, they would have to fire both of the co-CEOs, Ridge and Steffi, the COO, Carter, Brooke's own daughter, Hope, for sleeping with Thomas while she was still married to Liam, retired CEO Eric Forrester, his wife Donna Logan that he was cheating with, and just so many others. Brooke told Zende he should leave and go to Forrester International. Screw that. If banging someone you shouldn't is enough to get you sent to another Forrester division outside of America, there would be nobody but Charlie left working at Forrester's LA headquarters. To their credit, the actors killed this scene. Delon de Metz and Kelly Lang did amazing jobs in these scenes. Absolutely applaud them. She acted like Brooke had never dropped her panties in an inappropriate situation that was betraying someone she claimed to love. And Delon was so sweet as he cried tears of genuine remorse. To be honest, after watching these scenes this week, though, I am actively hoping Luna is pregnant with Zende's child just because I want to see Brooke get her panties in a bunch about it, because it is definitely karma. I am hoping if Luna is pregnant, that Brad Bell doesn't write a dumb storyline of RJ and Luna pulling a stunt like Ridge and Caroline did to Thomas, lying and saying her baby was Ridge's and not Thomas's. Remember that? Ridge and Thomas are at least father and son, so baby Douglas could have resembled either of them. But given that Zende is adopted and Black, I'm guessing his and Luna's kid would not look like a child that RJ and Luna had made. Just my guess. But the writers at Bold are sloppy, lackluster, so never say never. Usually they go the less dramatic route, so if Luna is preggo, it might legit be RJ's kid. We'll see how it goes, but with Luna on the pill, she shouldn't be pregnant anyway. I mean, it can happen. Usually it's antibiotics or a forgotten pill, something like that. Or if it's super soapy, somebody replacing your birth control pills. But the pill's almost infallible. And Zende used a condom. So we'll just see what they give us this week and next. But I do hope Zende girds his loins and tells Brooke and Ridge, if he comes at him too, to kiss his backside. Because neither of them have the right to talk to anybody about betraying family by cheating. Ridge did his dad so dirty with Brooke. It almost doesn't bear thinking about. Brooke's a repeat betrayer. So yeah, I hope if she comes at him again, Zende works up the nerve to clap back on her. What do you guys think? Subscribe if you haven't. Definitely drop your comments and come back soon. We are here talking Bold and the Beautiful 7 days a week. And as always, I'm your host, Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.